Alrighty, time for another final 6,000. Well, not final 6,000. Next 6,000 depths that completes this panel. Woohoo! And this one I actually think I understand. Like, unfortunately, in retrospect, exactly what the problem with that idiot Michael was. Check this. So, here's the thing. Vasantaram karoti bahati zuzruti lagayati basati akarati barati karma karoti vai bagarati savate kipriyogiati janati santana karma karoti vecchati jinvati karma karoti zalati prayarati vai bagarati. So basically that means move out, drive, listen, serve, lay on paint, dwell, apply, get hired or hire, perform work, practice sorcery, practice, illustrate, learn, but also read, Santana, translate, Karmakaroti, perform work, Vlagchati, dawn, because I would be working overnights, Jinvati, get promoted, Karmakaroti, work, Silati, meditate, Prayarati, use my prayer mantra, basically use any mantra, Vyavikarati, practice sorcery. So, that might be a different one at the bottom, but I think it was Vyavikarati. So basically, it's me moving to here, getting initially hired at Circle K. The entire time, just practicing, doing my job, practicing sorcery, practicing illustrating, learning as I go, learning how to translate, which is actually how every single human being learns new languages, because when they learn a new language, they just automatically learn how to translate into it, and that's actually where this became a problem, which it shouldn't have, but that's the point. Karmakaroti, perform work, Vechadi to Dawn, Jinbadi, get promoted. I got promoted to assistant manager. Karmakaroti, perform work, Silati, meditate, etc. Ratnam Karoti, over and over again, same thing. Same thing with the overnight, same thing with the assistant manager. Over and over again. Kuhi Karoti. Pasham Yoshiati, Tajite Ramyati, Banakti, Samprayare, Zantayare, Avinamore Zamayari. Saiti Bavati, Vesmayate, Visvasiti, Parizuranayati, Amari Bavati, Pravyaharati, Arikaroti Kodati, Janati, Vayabikarati. Okay, so this is the point where I absolutely, no matter what else you believe me, I expect you not to. I'm putting that out there. I expect you to not believe this next part. So, I started getting that idiot's attention, as in Archangel Michael, because I started doing Kuhi Karoti, placing offerings on the St. Expedite Shrine, which it started using as offerings to it to start attacking me through my offerings, which is beyond rude. However, that's the Kuhi Karoti, set a trap, Tejite, Kodati, because as soon as I did that, it activated the trap to accelerate its plan to screw with me, because I had now effectively unwittingly giving it offerings to empower it in my life. Beyond stupidly rude for it to do. However, because that happened, I ended up having a lot of broken mirrors around me. One of which, I straight up shattered, kind of onto myself, because I was that pissed. I was like, look, you dumb little, I'm not allowed to say angel yet, but look, you dumb little thing that's clearly using angel powers to mess with me. Clearly using, direct mana to force translations to, move stuff around on me. That's stupid and idiotic for anything with, Dual Azakti to do, but whatever. It was, giving itself away the entire time. And this is the part that's, okay, now we get to the part, so I kind of, whatever, you kind of need to believe that I actually did something as insane as like take a full length mirror and basically like fold that, like pull it back with me and like shatter it like in the middle. So like the shards sort of fell in between me and the mirror while I rolled backward and then rolled up. That by itself is stupidly dangerous. Never do it. Not a good idea. Honestly, that failure, Michael, put me not in my right mind in terms of how angry I'd become at that point. So that's really why I did it. I can't endorse it. It's dangerous. It's stupid. Never do it. Never do it. Never do it. However, this other part, I encourage you to try because I would love for someone else to be able to pull this off. Because me doing it myself is something I didn't believe was anything but impossible until after it was done. This is something I did with magic, and not even like what's hilariously embarrassing about this is that idiot Michael like flooded my old bedroom with Dualizocti. Like it flooded it with the stuff. Flooded it with the stuff. So there's like all of this ambient mana in the air that just like was there to like use. And like it just expected for me to use it against myself as opposed to doing like literally anything interesting with it. Which isn't smart. So I took this broken mirror that was like beyond shattered. And I picked a very, very small part, like very, very small part. I just went, I literally just sang to the mirror. Like I sang to a broken mirror and like gently rubbed it with like tip of the tuning fork, like specifically the end I hold. I also did it back and forth over the cracks with the two ends of this. And, well, this is the part I don't expect you to believe. By singing to it and gently rubbing it with this, I managed to heal a very minuscule crack in this shattered mirror. Like, only this big. But that meant I did a Sampragayati, Vasaya, Darpana Barsaya, Zantayati, or Zantayati, Abinunmodi, Zamayati. So, Bakam was my miracle because I don't know what else to call singing to a mirror to heal it other than caused by miracle. I don't. If you have a better word for it, please feel free to tell me. Again, I don't expect you to believe this. Why? Because why would anyone believe that some dude actually just like sang to a mirror and like rubbed it with a tuning fork and it healed? Like, that's also actually why I encourage you to do the same thing. Because if I'm not lying, if I'm not crazy, because I admit, I was full on Umadaka, like psychotic out of my mind when I broke the mirror to begin with. So, a not unreasonable person might assume him healing the mirror, just him having a psychotic delusion. It's not an unreasonable thing to believe. Did it back in 2021, by the way. No, actually, I think it was in 2022 now that I think about it. No, it had to be in 2022 because that's after my mom died. Sakti Babari, Vismayati, Visvasiti, Parazuram Nayati, Amara Babati, Babaharati, Arikaroti, Gadati, Janati, Vayavikarati. So at this point, like, I have witnessed effectively myself perform the miracle. And I'm like, I'm amazed. Why? Because I didn't believe it was anything but impossible before I tried it. I just didn't. And I just didn't. However, Visvasiti Parazuram Nayati. As soon as I witnessed this, I became free of all fear, and I was inspired by the most insane confidence ever. Because it is basically impossible to break my faith that happened. So like that moment in my mind will live forever. Nrpa. That moment in my mind forever became immortal, and that can't be undone. And because of this, Adikaroti pledge, Kodati hasten, Jannati learn, Vyabikarati practice sorcery. Why? Because if you do something like that, in my opinion, you're morally obligated to learn as much as you can about exactly what you did to make it happen to begin with. That's all I got. However, Sakti Bhavati Zapadam Karoti Parivartate Santana Patakaroti Katota Bhavati Santana Vesakaroti Mokyati Amari Bhavati. So this little idiot Michael sees me heal a mirror, knows that that moment became immortal, and decides that because of this, it can steal my body to become immortal with this, with my flesh, for itself. I'm not joking. It witnessed, Sakti Bhavati, Zapadam Karoti, swear an oath. Pare Vartati, to invert me. It swore an oath to invert me, and to translate, sunder, divide into 4 parts, do justice. So it basically swore an oath to invert me, to inverse translate sunder my song of 4 parts, to sunder Santana translate from Santana do justice at a linguistic level of reality as an angel. Take possession of, steal, become immortal. Because the dumb little doula thinks it works that way. What? Kaliati banakti bati, varan karoti bujati, namadas karoti moyati, viva vayati ubadazati mokayati. So, it persecutes me to shatter my seeming of sanity at my day job. It persecutes me by refusing to leave me alone at my day job until it literally becomes impossible for me to not look insane. That's how I got fired from that job as a manager at Circle K. I literally couldn't not look insane. I literally couldn't not look insane. It wouldn't let me not look insane. Baran karoti bojati namatas karoti moyate viva vayate. Baran karoti. That's when it used an EMT to kill me with ketamine. Bujati namatas karoti. That's when it ate my names and renamed itself as me, like an idiot. Moyati, be bewildered. That point, back in 2021 or 2022 when it pulled that, is literally when anyone who wanted to talk to me at all had problems because they had problems distinguishing the dumb doula that took my name from the actual me. Because they couldn't not. Vibhavayati! Fire, get dismissed. Ubadazati mokayati! This dumb little doula prophesied that it was going to succeed in stealing my body because it got me fired from that job. And that brings me to 48,000 steps. By the way, because that dumb little doula is so terrified at the notion of a universal translation spell, I'm working on one. Literally, actually, just drawing on my own actual linguistic knowledge and trying to assimilate it into a single root human language. Why? Honestly, at this point, mostly to piss off that failure of a doula. It's cool. I would have done it on my own. I would have done it on my own. But you know what? At this point, I've been given too much motivation to not do it. Oh yeah, also, it's been like extremely butthurt at the core notion of me trying to learn physically how to be ambidextrous. Because it literally actually refuses to stop trying to literally divide into 4 parts my song of 4 parts because it's so sad about not having been able to do so already. Oh yeah, by the way, it literally actually did that to me back in like 2022. It literally took my Cholita and went Kadurta Bhavati on me. Literally, actually, is part of its persecuting me out of work. Because there is very, very little that's as bewildering as being a song of 4 parts that has those 4 parts separated, and you just still have to go to your day job. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to comment below.